up and wander around the hospital and go have a fucking cigarette, okay? A hospital is not for resting. It's for dying. But my prisoners, you know what happens? If one of my prisoners doesn't want to be discharged, they leave in handcuffs anyway. They have no choice. If one of my prisoners is like, I really think that I should, I'm like, well, here's your discharge papers, and the prison van is outside. So, I understand you've had a nice little break from being in prison, but now it's time to go. Oh, also, fun fact that I learned from someone the other day, prison is not the same as jail. I was using those two interchangeably, and one of my patients was very offended when I was like, oh my God, so you got these tattoos in prison, huh? And he was like, no, I got them in jail. And I was like, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, your misdemeanor is like totally different from the felony I thought you committed by saying you went to prison. I didn't know the difference. But apparently prison, just education for all of us here, especially nurses, so we don't offend any more prisoners. Prison is like for felonies and for like serious crimes if you have to do over a year, I think. And jail is just like people who like cross at the wrong spot or like black people reading books, whatever. Not serious crimes.
Oh my God.
Being a nurse, I see a lot of shit. I see a lot of shit in the ER. It's great. A lot of people put things in their butt. That's how I met Jordan. I had to extract a butt plug. That was like stuck in there. Actually, he tried to put 2 in at once, which is not a good idea. He said something about like he was gonna get a nickel for it. I don't know. I guess, no, it was a dime because it was 2. He was gonna get a dime for the 2 butt plugs, but whatever, Jordan. I'm on the tour purely as like the nurse that takes care of them. I don't actually do comedy. I just provide Band-Aids. But, oh my God, I crack myself up, I am hilarious. But this guy came in one time to the emergency room, like 16 years old, scrawny motherfucker. Think of Jordan, minus 10 years. Same size, just 10 years younger. Actually, I don't know if he was 16. For the purposes of this story, I'm going to say he was over 16 because of the activities that brought him into the emergency room. He comes up in a wheelchair, pale, sweating. He looks so bad. Thank you for joining us, sir. Have a seat. It's just getting good. Pale, sweating, and he's like, I'm shitting blood. And I was like, ooh, that doesn't sound great. So we rush him to the back, like he jumps the line. There's people waiting for 6 hours, and this kid jumps the line. He gets to the back. My friend and I are undressing him, asking him all the questions, like, well, how long has this been going on? Are you allergic to anything? Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Like, taking his blood pressure. And he's like, well, I guess it started about 3 hours ago when I was at home by myself masturbating with a dildo. And we were like, you what? What? And yeah, so that was his story when he first came in. This kid was at home masturbating with a dildo, and then he started shitting blood and he was worried. Duh. I was like, Jesus Christ, did you drive yourself here? Why did you call 911, motherfucker? Oh, but I guess he didn't want his parents to know. I don't know, whatever. So we get him all set up. After the original shock, we're like, oh God, send this kid to x-ray, send him to CAT scan, Jesus. And during this whole process, his girlfriend arrives. She was no less than 350 pounds. Absolutely. There is no way she weighed anything less than 350 pounds. And this is like this tiny little stick of a dude. And it turns out, we find out by the end of this process, that she wanted to wear a strap-on so that she would know what it felt like to have a penis. So he let this woman put on a strap-on and penetrate his anus until she perforated his colon. Okay. This dude gets rushed to surgery.
I'm not a nurse. How far in is that?
That's pretty far, sir. I would say at least to the elbow.
Oh, damn.
At least that's a large strap-on. Any other questions from the audience? Thank you for raising your hand. That was very polite of you. For my last minute, I will take questions from the class. I see we have no questions from the nurses' table as they already know all of this shit. Oh my God. That was not great. I'll leave you with this. My jail patient, not prisoner, I guess, because he wasn't in prison. The guy that was in jail. The guy that was very proud of being in jail as opposed to prison. He was admitted for like this skin infection, this like huge, massive skin infection, because he had been shooting up cocaine. He was injecting cocaine. And I had never heard of that before. I was like, holy shit, have I been doing my cocaine wrong this whole time? Thank you so much. My name is Meredith Armstrong.
All right, y'all keep